Hello, everyone. Before we get into this weekly recap, I would like to go ahead and quickly give a little apology for not posting that much this week. I just finished a 70-hour work week here at my job, so I really didn't have that much time, as well as managing school in the meantime, too. So I didn't have that much time to do stuff, so I apologize for not posting that much. So let's move on beyond that. We all just sometimes you just gotta work 70 hours and then you just move on. So let's take a look, starting with the Dow Jones. Let's look at the 5-day chart here. Look at that. That's a beautiful 5-day chart. It's beautiful. I didn't get to experience much of this because I really didn't have the chance to use my phone much during the week, so I didn't really get too much involved with the market. I looked at my portfolio today, and I am super happy where we're at after the end of this week. It's really where I'm realizing the more that portfolio value increases, the more and more that money can just continue to increase, and it's what's fantastic. It's very good seeing it. Um, so let's go ahead and look at that 5-day of 1.82% in a week. That's a very nice day. Very nice week. So are we due for a continued, or are we due for, in my opinion, I think we're due for a relatively flat week, but the way this market goes, it just doesn't care right now. It just keeps on going. The S&P 500 over 3,300 for the first time. You know it. You know that's right. That 5-day chart, something similar there of 1.97. That's incredible. That's incredible. I mean, we're half of the month in already. We're up 3% for the year. That's really nice. That's really nice. I mean, you can only expect really to get 7 to 10% out of the market in a year, and if we're already 3% up, I mean, to be fair, I don't think that means we're going to be, not growing the rest of the year. I think it means we're going to have a pretty decent year again. I think we're at least aligned for it. So let's take a look at the NASDAQ as well, because I want to, okay? I want to. 5-day chart not looking quite as nice from the perspective of that, but it's actually better, believe it or not. This one looks a little bit more flat than you saw on the Dow one, but it's not. This bad boy was up 2.29%. Lovely. My gosh, nearly 9,400. Wowee. It's just lovely. At 4.64% already on the year for the Nasdaq. That's crazy. That's half of what I can expect in a year even already through 18 days. Really, I mean, no, not really that, because think about trading days, only like 10 trading days, 10, 12 trading days. That's amazing. So that's really what I wanted to talk about there in terms of what the market did. Lovely. So naturally, things that come with the market doing so well, you're going to get some stocks that are getting a bunch of upgrades. You're going to see a lot of upgrades from analysts because they ride the wave. They ride the wave. If a stock's doing well, they're going to say, whoa, I have this genius prediction. This stock's going to continue to do well. If it's going down, their genius prediction is going to be that it's going to go down. So we finally, on iRobot, one of my positions here, finally got rid of the last bear on it. So everyone's going to be on market perform, or, that's right, performing better. They're either a buy rating or a market perform. Let's go. Disney got another hike, and Apple also just continues to get hikes. So you think about that, what does that imply? It's a good sign, all things considered, because obviously, analysts are no nonsense people. They're going to say if a stock is going up, it's going to go up. But there is research involved for the most part. They do a lot of research. Sometimes it just doesn't feel like it because, it doesn't. It just feels like they're riding the trends. But they do research on this, and they see what in the world's coming up. 368 is very freaking high. That's a ridiculous price target. If you're going to get that high, that'd be insane. That'd be another record year for the market if some of these price targets came true. And I'm not saying that it's not possible, but I'd be okay with it. Heck yeah. But I'm at the point where I've got so much cash on the sideline. I'm really kind of waiting for a correction so I can just go all in. right now I'm still doing my steady buy, the same amount every single week. I'm depositing the same amount every single week, as you should. That's frankly how you should invest. Set aside the same amount of money every single week, and then share that money between your entire portfolio. But I'm waiting to just disperse a lot of cash because I'm up big on a lot of my positions. I want to get to the point where I'm not up, massively if some of these stocks went down through a recession, a recessionary type or correction, really, down 10, 15%. I'd be buying all in because overall in the long term, it's a winner. These are winners of companies that I'm owning right now. So I did also want to spotlight here NEO stock on 5-day. That's right, baby. Let's look at this guy, up 26% this week. Because you want to know why? I told you so. That's what I told you so. Can you believe it? NEO is rocking it. Doubled my position so far. Also, we got some news regarding housing, which was up 16.9% month over month to 1.6 million units versus the 1.37 expected. So, housing market doing well. Building permits close to what's expected. 1.6 annualized pace of starts would be the perkiest level since December of 2006. 2006, when the housing market was out of control. Yikes. Hey, can you hear me? Can you just hear me right now? This is fantastic. Things are going well. This is a good economy right now. I'm so hyped about it. But we also have some bad news because Boeing is a piece of garbage stock. Get out of it. The company says it's working to address a new 737 MAX software issue. Could further delay the jet's return to service. Please just don't even worry about it because this thing's a piece of garbage. The problem relates to software power-up monitoring function that verifies system monitors are operating correctly. During a technical review last week, the proposed update to the MAX software, one of the monitors was not being initiated correctly. So there you go. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Stay away from Boeing. Other huge news, we have Google finally reaching the $1 billion market cap. That's right, $1 trillion. I said billion, I meant trillion. $1 trillion market cap for Google now. So they become the fourth company to do this. Fifth, I don't remember. Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon. So there we go. It's the fourth company to be able to reach $1 trillion in market capitalization. So fantastic. Good job, Google. And lastly, I just want to end on some, overall market news. China's GDP, the slowest growth since 1990. China. You're hurting. You're hurting, China. China is hurting. Economic growth by 6.1% last year as a slowdown rippled through many sectors. The figure met expectations, but falling with the government's target of 6 to 6.5%. Trade deal help. Beijing is counting on improving consumer confidence and consumption to play a major role in boosting growth this year, according to Ning Zhihei, I think is how it's pronounced. Am I right? Tell me I'm right. Yeah, nothing crazy. Birth rate fell to the lowest level ever. That's going to be a huge issue for the Chinese economy. And I think we're really going to reach that here in America, too, as birth rates are falling as well. People are having less kids. This means the population continues to age and get older, which means you're going to be spending more on medicine. It's rough for the economy because they're going to really need to worry about their socialized medicine programs. They're going to be spending a lot on that, so it's going to be hurting the Chinese economy for quite a bit. And most of it's really, due to their one-child policy. It's something they signed into law, so they thought about this, and it's the route they wanted to go. Aging population, less young people in the workforce. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with things. Now, if you don't excuse what I was going to say. Now, if you don't mind, that's what I was going to say. Hey, I said it now. If you don't mind, I'm going to go pass out and potentially just never wake up for another 38 hours. Yeah. Haha.